Hey, it's BT with the BT MotoGP report from Misano, and all I gotta say is, Edapazzi, Edapazzi, Mamma Mia. That race was insane. It was crazy. It was crazier than the thoughts inside Sarah Palin's head. That's how crazy it was. Let's get right to it. Moto 3. What I tell you about Moto 3? What I tell you? I said Anaya Bastianini. I said Danny Kent. Is Danny Kent's championship to lose? He's going. To lose. He's going to win it. Danny Kent is a man among boys, but Anaya Bastianini, 17 years old. He was coming close. Second, podium, and he finally did it at his home race. And you can't beat that. And he sprayed his head. You see him spray his head with the Italian flag colors on his victory lap. That was incredible. You felt the emotion. 92,315 people. The race was sold out. I didn't even know you could do that. I mean, I didn't know that was a thing to sell out a race. You know what that's like? It's like going to the mall and they're going, we can't let anybody in. It's full. What? The mall is full? Yeah, we can't let anybody in. The mall is full. I just want to get you. You can't. But I just want you can't. The mall is full. I mean, like you can't walk in because the mall is full. You understand? It's full. I didn't know you could sell out a race. I really didn't. I've been to the Indy 500, 35,000, 350,000 people. People on the infield, people in toilets, people, I mean, seriously, and 355,000 people. And in Misano, the race was full. It was sold out. That is incredible. Grazie to all the Italian fans. I mean, that is awesome what you guys did. I so wish American fans could love racing like you guys do. But anyway, Moto 3, you got to give it to Nai Bastianini. Miguel Oliveira, I wish he was staying another year in Moto 3. He's going to Moto 2. He's going to be teammates possibly with Danny Kent. And that's going to be a great team. If Danny Kent goes, if that's true, it's going to be a great team. But Miguel Oliveira, man, he started off the year really really rough. But now he's coming to his own. But what Anaya Bastianini did to Miguel Oliveira, damn, the kid's 17. Anaya the Beast Bastianini, what I tell you. I said, watch out for the kid. And now, I mean, he's down 50 points, 5 races left. I can't losing it. But Bastianini, God bless the kid, man. The beast is on his way. The beast is unleashed. And keep it going to Nikolai Antonelli. Antonelli, you can't help but love that kid. He reminds you of Simoncelli a little bit, just in looks. Not temperament, but just looks. And I love the kid. I love Antonelli. Love Bastianini. I love them all, actually. I really do. I love Danny Kemp. I know his family. I love Danny Kemp, but man, props to Anaya Bastianini. He raced a great race. He made the right move on the last lap, and he held Miguel Oliveira off. And Kent got penalized, so he finished sixth. But I thought it was interesting. He got penalized for going off the racing line, and it was interesting. I mean, he made a little mistake. I mean, even the best fall down sometimes. So anyway, great race, Moto 3. You gotta love it. Moto 2. All I gotta say is, if you watched the Indy race, Zarco kind of roughed up Dominica Gerter a little bit, roughed him up a little bit, ran into him a couple times. I know it's racing, but and if you saw the race, if you saw a Gerter, he gave me an elbow, gave me old chicken wing, and then, but it wasn't Zarco who did a Gerter in. It was Alex Rins. Alex Rins got too careless. They were running off of that race. They were leaving Zarco in the dust, and Alex Rins, I don't know what he was thinking. Usually he's really smooth. I call him Alex Smooth Rins, but he got too careless. Kid got careless. He's a kid. He got careless like kids do. And he ran up inside Dominica Gerter, and I felt so bad. If anybody needed a race win, it's a Gerter. If anybody needed one, it was a Gerter. Rins had his win. Zarco had his wins. A Gerter needed that race. He needed that. And that's just racing. I saw what he wrote. He said, it's racing. He'll move on to Aragon, but I'm with you, Dominique. You should have had that race. Johan Tight Shoe Zarco. The kid, nobody's mentioning the great year he's having. He's won 6 races. The only race he didn't finish either first or second was his home race in Le Mans. His home race in Le Mans. So the kid's having a monster year. God bless Zarco, man. Zarco is having a great year, and he's coming back to Moto 2 next year. Moto 2 is going to be stacked next year. It's going to be him, Miguel Oliveira, Danny Kent, possibly teammates. You got Alex Rins, me. No, you got a couple other racers. So it's going to be a great year in Moto 2 next year. But it's tight shoes Zarco to win, and he did another backflip. If you watch him do his backflip, the setup is scarier than the actual flip. Like he can't get it. He's like a baby. You know, babies first start walking and then they face plant and they're like, well, bam, right? That's what he's like when he's first getting his backflip ready. But the backflip is great. The execution is great. He's just getting up on the rail. That's hard. It's like he's like a baby. He's like a two. It's like an 8-month old. I don't know how babies are when they start walking. Anyway, props to tight shoes. He did a great race, and he is on it, man. But I do love the elbow. Check out the elbow that Dominique Gerter gave Zarco. I thought it was great. Anyway, moving on to MotoGP. The reason this took so long to post, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I watched that race 3 times. 3 times. It still don't make any sense. It doesn't. It's like asking a woman what's wrong. Like, hey, what's wrong? And they tell you, you go, that made no sense at all. That's how that race was. I watched it 3 times. I mean it from the bottom of my heart 3 times. I still don't understand it. Let's put it this way. How can you crash and still come back and finish on the podium? That's what Scott Redding did. He crashed and finished on the podium. Bradley Smith was in 21st place, and he finished second. Basically, what they're saying is, I could have ran that race and possibly finished in the top 5. That's how crazy that race was. But you got to give it to Marquez. Marquez was getting his ass beat in that race, but he was trying and he was trying. And Rossi had all the pressure of being at home with 92,000 people. And I thought it was great. I had some notes here, but I'm not going to do it from notes. I'm just going to go from the top of my head. I thought Rossi kind of made a mistake. I thought he stayed out too long. I mean, it's me talking, though, because I'm not in that race. But he had the lead over. He had a straightaway over Lorenzo. You should have just pulled the bike in, got on the other bike with the dry tires and took off. And but he stayed too long. Marquez came in with 10 laps to go, and that was the deal. He came in with 10 laps to go. He was smart. Marquez used his head, man. He didn't follow Rossi this time. Usually Marquez is more monkey see, monkey do. But this time he was the monkey, and he goes, hey, monkey see, monkey do. Why don't you follow me? I'm not going to follow you. I just made that up. But anyway, basically what Marquez did was he followed what his pit said. And if you watch the race, Lorenzo's pit is saying in. And they both just kept going by, and they were like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I told him to come in. Rossi's pit said, hey, box. And he was like, and he just kept going. So, man, it was great. And you know what? Listen, you know what? I like all racers. I know I say this about Danny, how Danny gets on my nerves sometimes. He doesn't go for it and this and that. But I just didn't like when Lorenzo crashed and people applauded at the track. That's not cool, man. I mean, that was a fast right-hander, and I mean, yeah, I mean, I know he's okay, but that's not good, when you applaud like that. I don't want to see anybody crash. I mean, I want the championship. I'm not gonna lie, I want the championship to be a 3-man battle going into Valencia, and winner take all. That's what I want, but I don't want it like that. I mean, I want him to have a hangnail and he can't put his boot on or something like that, or like he yawns and goes off track or something, or he goes wide. He goes wide like 4 turns. It never happens, or I don't know. I just don't want him to crash. No, nobody wants that. So I think, people need to evaluate yourselves. You like seeing a racer crash. It's not like NASCAR where they crash and, man, I'll tell you what, boy, I hit that wall pretty hard. No, this is motorcycle racing, and it's different. So, I don't want to see anybody crash. But I'm glad Marquez did the deal, man. It was great. I tell you what, when that rain comes, it's like when that rain. I think the rain is in Lorenzo's head now. I mean, how many professional racers, have their helmets missed up? His helmet missed it up. It missed it up. Right? In this race, the rain came, his tire didn't get hot enough, and look what happened. So I think the rain is inside Lorenzo's head. But then if I broke my collarbone in like itty bitty pieces, like a piece of cookie, it's been in your pocket for half an hour. You've been a kid, you get those cookies from lunch, and you put it in your pocket, and all of a sudden you forget, and it's all crumpled up. Yeah, that's what his collarbone was like when he left Aston 3 years ago. So, you kind of don't blame Lorenzo for the rain getting his head. He had to be racing like, I got this race. I got this. Is that a raindrop? Oh, God. Is that another raindrop? Oh, God. Is that the white flag? Oh, God. Is that, oh, not a flag to flag? No, no. Why do you hate me, Jesus? That's what he had to be thinking. And Rossi had to be like, grazie, grazie. So I thought it was a great race. It really was. It was crazy. Like I said, I think it's great that Marquez won it. If you watch Marquez in the interviews, he deflects that he can't win the championship, but you know what he's thinking. You know what he's thinking. Aragon's going to be great. I think Marquez is going to take it. I think, well, watch for Danny and Aragon. Watch for Danny and Aragon. I think Danny's going to make a comeback in Aragon, and Lorenzo too. I can't see Rossi being a factor, but Rossi's on it this year. So anyway, I think it's great. I love the race. Sorry it took so long to get it, but honestly, I flew all day, and then I watched the race 3 times. So just so I can bring you this scattered brain review. So, but I loved it, man. There's nothing better than MotoGP. It's the greatest in the world. When I watched it, I was like, oh, it's like watching a woman. I was like, and in 4 more years, hopefully, I'll be talking about Enea Bastianini battling Marquez and Antonelli for the championship. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. It's BT MotoGP review. I gotta go. It's been 1 minute too long. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully, I'll hear from your comments. And thanks a lot for expecting me to get this to get this up and running. So thank you guys for being patient. I appreciate it. Talk to you guys later. Peace.